Ever wondered how many ways you can cook a potato? Indeed, the potato, this humble vegetable from the Earth's crust, has a culinary versatility that is often overlooked. Today, we're diving into the world of potatoes and the countless ways they can be transformed into mouth-watering dishes. In this exploration, we'll be focusing on three primary methods of cooking potatoes. First up, we have boiling, the simplest form yet packed with a variety of applications. Followed by baking, a method that brings out the potato's natural sweetness and provides a satisfyingly fluffy texture. Lastly, we'll delve into the art of frying, a method that gives us our beloved crispy and golden treats. Each method has its unique charm and brings out a different aspect of the potato's character. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a curious food enthusiast, a new world of potato possibilities awaits. So, hold on to your forks and prepare to be amazed by the versatility of this humble vegetable. Boiling is one of the simplest and most common ways to cook a potato. This humble tuber, once boiled, becomes a tender, fluffy delight, ready to absorb flavors and meld seamlessly into countless dishes. Let's walk through the process. First things first, select your potatoes. For boiling, waxy varieties like Yukon Gold or Red Bliss are ideal. They hold their shape well and offer a creamy texture. Once you've chosen your potatoes, give them a good scrub under cold running water. There's no need to peel them. The skin adds flavor and nutrients. Now, cut your potatoes into uniform size pieces. This ensures even cooking. Too small, and they'll disintegrate. Too big, and the centers will be firm while the outsides overcook. Think bite-sized chunks, about 1 inch to 1.5 inches across. Next, place your potato pieces into a large pot. Fill the pot with cold water until the potatoes are submerged by about 1 inch. Why cold water, you ask? Starting with cold water allows the potatoes and water to heat up together, promoting even cooking. Add a generous pinch of salt to the water. This is your opportunity to season the potatoes from the inside out. Bring the pot to a boil over medium-high heat, then reduce to a simmer. How long to boil? That depends on the size of your potato pieces. Generally, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for bite-sized pieces. But don't just watch the clock. Use a fork or a knife to test for doneness. The utensil should easily slide into the center of the potato without resistance. And here's a little tip. If you're planning to use your boiled potatoes in a salad or other cold dish, cool them in the refrigerator before adding them to the rest of your ingredients. This will prevent them from falling apart when tossed. Boiled potatoes can be the star of many dishes. Think potato salad, mashed potatoes, or simply tossed in butter and herbs. They can also be a humble side, providing a comforting backdrop to your main dish. And there you have it, perfectly boiled potatoes ready to be enjoyed in a variety of dishes. Baking potatoes is another popular method, resulting in a fluffy interior and a crispy skin. Now let's talk about the process. For a perfect bake, you'll first need to prep your potatoes. Start by choosing the right kind of potatoes. Russet potatoes are a common choice due to their high starch content, making them ideal for baking. Next, you'll want to give your potatoes a good scrub under cold water. Potatoes grow in the ground, so you want to make sure you're not leaving any dirt or grit behind. Once they're clean, pat them dry. This step is crucial because any remaining moisture can steam the potatoes instead of baking them, and we want that crispy skin. After your potatoes are clean and dry, prick them all over with a fork. This allows steam to escape during baking, preventing your potatoes from exploding in the oven. Yes, exploding. Now let's move on to the baking part. Preheat your oven to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While your oven is heating up, rub your potatoes with a bit of oil and sprinkle with salt. This will give the skin that delightful crunch. Place your potatoes directly on the oven rack and let them bake for about an hour. But how do you know when your potato is perfectly baked? Well, the skin should be crispy, and when you squeeze the potato, it should give a little. If it's hard, it needs more time. Baked potatoes are incredibly versatile. You can enjoy them as a side dish or make them the star of the meal. Load them up with your favorite toppings like cheese, bacon, and sour cream, or keep it simple with a pat of butter and a sprinkle of salt. Remember, baking potatoes is more art than science. Feel free to experiment with different temperatures and baking times until you find what works best for you. With these tips, you can achieve perfectly baked potatoes every time. Frying potatoes can give you a variety of textures and flavors, from crispy French fries to soft and creamy pan-fried potatoes. This process is not just about tossing potato pieces into a pan of hot oil. It's an art that requires precision, the right ingredients, and a little patience. Let's start with the preparation. Choosing the right potato is crucial. Russet potatoes, with their high starch content, are great for frying. They yield a crispy outside and a fluffy inside. After peeling them, cut the potatoes into your desired shape. Thick wedges for a soft interior, thin sticks for a more crispy result, or slices for your pan-fried delights. Next, the oil. While you can use any high smoke point oil, canola, vegetable, or peanut oil, will give you a light, almost neutral flavor, allowing the potato itself to shine. Heat the oil to around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the sweet spot for frying potatoes. Now let's talk about the frying process. Gently lower your potatoes into the hot oil. Don't overcrowd the pan, give them space to breathe and cook evenly. The cooking time will depend on the size of your potato pieces. Thinly cut fries might take around 5 minutes, while thicker slices or wedges could take upwards of 10 minutes. You're looking for a golden brown color and a crispy texture. Once done, use a slotted spoon to remove the potatoes and let them drain on a paper towel-lined plate. Sprinkle with salt while they're still hot. This is the basic process, but of course there's room for creativity. Add herbs or spices for more flavor, or toss them in a sauce after frying for a unique twist. Fried potatoes are the stars in many dishes. They're the irresistible side in a burger meal, the hearty ingredient in a breakfast hash, or the comforting element in a traditional roast dinner. Frying potatoes is a versatile method that can be used for many delicious dishes. Next time you have some potatoes lying around, give frying a try. You might just discover your new favorite way to cook this humble vegetable. So we've covered boiling, baking, and frying potatoes. Each method has its own unique benefits and uses. Let's take a moment to reflect on these 3 culinary techniques and their special characteristics. Boiling potatoes is a simple yet effective method, perfect for a novice chef or anyone looking for a quick, healthy side dish. By boiling potatoes, we soften them, making them a great base for a variety of dishes. They can be mashed for a comforting classic, tossed in a salad for a fresh twist, or mixed into a soup for extra heartiness. On the other hand, baking potatoes brings out their natural sweetness and creates an appealing, crispy skin. This method is ideal for those who enjoy a hands-off approach to cooking. Just pop them into the oven and let the heat do its magic. Baked potatoes can stand alone as a meal, filled with your favorite toppings, or can be cubed and roasted as a delicious side. The possibilities with baked potatoes are truly endless. Frying potatoes, the third method we explored, is all about indulgence. Who can resist the golden, crispy exterior of a perfectly fried potato? Whether you're making traditional fries, hash browns, or a fancy gratin, frying allows the humble potato to shine in all its glory. It's worth noting that while frying isn't the healthiest cooking method, it's certainly a treat worth enjoying every now and then. But what's truly remarkable about potatoes is their versatility. With just these 3 cooking methods, we can create a plethora of dishes. Potatoes can take on a range of flavors, melding seamlessly with spices, herbs, and other ingredients. They can be the star of the show in a hearty potato soup, or play a supporting role in a mixed vegetable stir-fry. They can be comforting and familiar, like a bowl of creamy mashed potatoes, or exciting and new, like a spicy potato curry. Moreover, potatoes are a staple food in many cultures around the world, which means the ways to cook and enjoy them are as diverse as the people who eat them. From the simple boiled potatoes of a traditional Irish meal to the savory fried potatoes of a Spanish tapas spread, these tubers have a place in every cuisine. So, as we wrap up our potato journey, remember that cooking is an art form. And like any art form, it's all about experimenting and finding what works for you. Whether you prefer boiling, baking, or frying your potatoes, the key is to have fun in the kitchen and let your creativity flow. Next time you find yourself with a bag of potatoes, remember these 3 methods and get creative in the kitchen.